inter-district match between the Deer Park Lady Deer and the Atascocita Lady Eagles. Please rise, join in, and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. We will now be visiting Atascocita Lady Eagles. Number 1, Selena Parker. Number 2, Sarah Horning. Number 3, Sadie Parsons. Number 4, Vanessa Rodriguez. Number 5, Amira Anderson. Number 6, Katie Fisher. Number 7, Lindsay Theo. Number 8, Sarah Robinson. Number 9, Number 10, Jordan Morrow. Number 11, Ashley Warren. Number 13, Emily Milano. Number 14, Gracie Williams. And number 15, Chloe Cotton. And those Eagles are served by head coach from Madison North College, assisted by Erica Hernandez and Sarah Williams. And now, marking the home team, the Lady Deer. Number 1, Taylor Process. Number 2, Jamie Sexton. Number 4, Abigail Wilson. Sorry, number 3. Number 4, Alexander Klein. Number 5, Darren Abbott. Number 6, Isabella Cabral. Number 7, Kimberly Perrin. Number 8, Isabella De Columbia. Number 9, Emily Oliver. Number 11, Michael Whitmore. Number 13, Maddie Cox. Number 14, Gabrielle Parrish. Number 15, Ashley Gonzalez. Number 17, Joel Flowers. Number 24, Aaron Gibson. Number 22, Kendall Fairbanks. Number 23, Adrian Silva. Number 01, Courtney Cox, assisted by Wilson Women. They know it's the outstanding show. Good luck, ladies.
Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. All right, welcome to tonight's matchup of first round of playoffs between the Deer Park Lady Deer and the Atascocita Eagles. The Atascocita Eagles, this is Division 1, secured the top seed for District 23 6A by winning it outright 14-0, dropping only 3 sets their whole district season. Deer Park come in the overall fourth place in their district, I believe 24 6A. However, they were the second largest school and made it as the number 2 seed in D1, Dickinson being the top seed. Clear Springs won their district, but is a smaller enrollment and went to D2. And we faced off against their third place team. My apologies. Deer Park finished third. Clear Creek finished fourth. We played Clear Creek on Friday and defeated them in 3 sets. The Eagles start off with Cassidy Warren, Amelia Anderson, and Talia Park on the front, with Gracie Williams, Emily Alano, and Jordan Morrow in the back row. Williams will lead us off with our first serve here tonight. And here we go. Picked up by Morrow. Anderson gets it over to Parker and gets a swing down in front of the defender for early Eagles point. Great job by Anderson to get that ball back over to Parker to give her a chance to put down a kill. Tough setup from Deer Park, but get us hit off, but not much juice on that. And Morrow comes in with a big swing, and that's going to be tight at the net. And that's a lift, but not called. Eagles setting back up. Back set over to Anderson. Big swing and tipped off for the Gilbero for another point for the Eagles. Williams with a clean serve. Big swing, but not enough mustard on that. Parker gets a bigger swing on it and gets another deflection for a kill. Deep serve by Williams. Somehow she gets it back up, and that tips out of bounds. Point Atascocita. 4-0 run here early, first set, opening set of this playoff match. Just pops it up and somehow gets that ball over, but great pickup by Parker. Anderson's attack is defended. Lano digs back to Williams. Little tip and sneaks it in right down the seam. And that's going to force Deer Park to take an early timeout as the Eagles are on fire early, 5-0. Back from the timeout. Williams is still serving. Timeout not successful in getting the server off guard. Eagles keep it in play. That's tight at the net. A big swing, and that's out, but in the net, Eagles. And the Deer Park get their first point of the set, 5-1 Eagles. Deer Park to serve. Little short serve, and the Eagles can't pick that up. And they get that ace. 5-2 Eagles. Another short serve, but picked up this time by Anderson. Williams gets it back to Morrow. Big swing, but just clips the net and takes some velocity off of it. Another tip, and good placement by the left-hander to hit it where the Eagles weren't. 5-3 now. So Deer Park is taking a bite out of that 5-0 initial lead. Now just a 5-3 lead. This time a little deeper. Williams, Parker, big swing. Can't keep up with it. Point Eagles. Sadie Parsons checks in for the first time for Talia Parker to serve. Eagles up 6-3. Back. Oh, just deflected off outside the reach of Anderson. Falls for a point for Deer Park, 6-4. Atascocita still leads. This time back to Anderson. Goes line, but picked up nicely by the Deer. But they can't do anything with this, so the Eagles have another shot. Williams, short serve, Warren. Oh, great effort by Deer Park to keep that in play. But just gives Morrow an opportunity to find her shot, and she takes it for the kill. Warren back to serve. And Morrow puts it down on the block. Deep serve. Gets him out of system. But a swing, and that's out. The other point for Atascocita, 9-4. Back to a 5-point lead. Well, now it'll be an ace for Warren. One of our top acers for the Eagles the whole season. And she gets one there to push the lead to the largest lead of the game for Atascocita, 10-4. Little roll shot and finds a spot for a Deer Park point, 10-5. Deer Park are down a little bit from last year. They eliminated us in the third round of the playoffs. And now we meet in the first round. Oh, great placement by Williams, but can't put it down. Tip and out of reach of the Eagles. Falls for a Deer Park point, 10-6, Atascocita lead. Tight at the net, but still playable. Deer Park tip and kept up, and just not enough oomph on that ball to keep it in play. And that'll fall for a point. Deer Park set up, blocks, but kept in play. Big swing, dug out by Alana. Williams, back over to Mora. Big swing, puts it right down in front, over the block. Impressive. You can't stop that. Chloe Cotton checks in for Anderson to serve. With the Eagles nursing a 3-point lead. And that's hit out. They call a no. There was no touch, but The referee is calling a touch. It didn't look like there was a touch, but man, that was super sensitive. 11-9 Eagles nonetheless. Short serve, Williams. Deer Park back over to the side. Big swing, but blocked out of bounds. 11-10 Eagles. Lead just now, 1 point. This time, Eagles set up for a slide. Picked up off of the deflection. And that's into the net for, actually they call the rod out of bounds. 12-10. Parker checks back in for Parsons on the front row. Substitution. Big push. Tight play at the net. Cotton picks it up to Williams. Parker. Oh, just missed that. Big swing. Alano gets it up. Parker. Cotton in play. Big quick set tip, but just enough. And Robinson throws it down. On the great set. Super quick, caught Deer Park out of position, and they had no answer for that cherry bomb. Big swing, but that's inbounds. 13-11. Eagles thought it was going to go long, but it dropped just inside the back line for a point. 13-11. Eagles still lead. Williams back over to Parker. Couldn't get it over. That'll be a point for Deer Park. Parker able to take advantage, but Deer Park can't. Williams back to Parker. Big swing, and that's going to hit the ground. Deer Park tried to play it off, but he clearly hit. Olano back to serve for the Eagles, up by 2. Big block by Parker. Gets the point. 15-12 Eagles. Biggs. Block. That's 4. Thank you. Or double. 16-12. Eagles up by 4. Olano is still serving for the Eagles. Ooh, just skims the top of the net. Little tip, but Parker picks it up. Williams back to Morrow. A good pickup by Deer Park. Williams, just Warren dismissed. Point, Deer Park, 16-13. Parker's attack is dug out by Deer Park. Big swing. And that hits the net. Hits the antenna. Point Eagles, 17-13. Anderson checks back in for Cotton. And Williams to serve for the Eagles. Deer Park picks it up, the serve. The swing blocked. Still in play. Another tip. Weird tip. Back to the back row. Williams back to Anderson. Gets it to tip right in front of a diving libero. Gets the kill. Perfect placement. Timeout, Deer Park, as the Eagles bounce back to a 5-point lead here late in the first set. Productive. All right, back from the timeout. Williams still serving for the Eagles, trying to add on to this 5-point lead. Ooh, tough serve. And that's put down. Great heads up by Cassidy Warren to kind of delay her hop or stay floating in the air as Deer Park tried to do a little razzle-dazzle, but didn't catch the Eagles off guard. 6-point lead now. Another great defense at the net by Anderson that time. Eagles now largest lead of the set, 20-13. And that is a kill for Deer Park this time, 20-14. Williams back to Parker. Tip. Deflected. No can do for Deer Park. Williams back to Parker again for another shot and gets it down that time. Parsons checks in to serve. Eagles up by 7. Tip and gets that little weird angle to go. 21-15. It's the second time that she's done that. I don't know how she gets that to go. It's a really awkward angle, but it's working because the Eagles can't quite pick that up. Can't be everywhere. That's Whitmore, their leading scorer. Back over to Anderson. Oh, great read by Williams as Anderson beat the block to that side and had an open shot. Warren back to serve. Deep serve. That would have been in, so I don't know why they were calling out, but Eagles with a shot. Morrow hits the net. Point, Deer Park, 22-16. Delano gets it up to Williams, over to Morrow, and gets it right inside the block for a kill. Cotton checks in to serve. Eagles need 2 to close out the first set. Alano tries to dig it out, but just can't handle it. Point, Deer Park. Parsons, Cotton, Morrow, big swing, dug out, but out of reach. Woo! That'll work. Set point for the Eagles. Set point, Morrow to serve. Too deep and still set point, but the ball will go back over to Deer Park. Cotton gets it up to Williams. Back set. Robinson with a good swing, but defended by Deer Park. Tip or blocked. And Robinson stays with it, gets the point, and that first set goes to the Eagles. 25-18. We'll go to the second set. We'll be quiet for a minute. We'll come back on with sound in the second. Go back in action. Second set. Deer Park will serve first. William gets it to Park with a big swing, but defended by Deer Park. But that was like a weird curveball type spin. That's tough to defend. Deer Park 1-0. This time, Williams tries to do a one-handed dump, but Deer Park's there. Can't do anything. Alana gets it back over to Parker. Big swing, but super far out of bounds. 2-0, Deer Park. This time, Williams backs to Parker. Tip. They don't call it out. Alano, little reset needed here for the Eagles, and they get it. Big set, but great dig pick up by Alano. Anderson, Parker, and that hits the antenna out. 3-0 Deer Park. And that's a net serve. So the Eagles get their first point on a service error. And Gracie to serve. And that's out. 4-1 Deer Park. Eagles handle it clean. Williams back over to Parker. Big swing. Sit flying. And don't get it over. Good effort by Deer Park. But result is an Eagles point. And Parsons checks in for Parker. Needs some of her ace magic. One of the leaders in the Eagles, aces. Handle, big swing. Williams. Deer Park with the chance. That's a double contact. And they call it. 3-4. Eagles down just by one. Big swing, but deflected enough by the Eagles to pick it up for Alano. Back to Anderson, roll shot. And the Deer are gonna get called in the net, and now we have a tie game 4-4 on the net violation. Parsons still serving for the Eagles. That's big block by Anderson. Setter put that ball up in the air for a really long time. He gave the Eagles to set up perfectly for that block. And Anderson was there, 5-4 Eagles. Puts a smile on Coach Odom's face. This time back over the right side. And that does find the back line for the Deer, 5-5. Small gym here, similar to the size of Atascocita's gym. Deer Park's got quite a showing. Eagles not too bad. Net serve gives the Eagles a point. Robinson checks in. Warren to serve. 6-5 Eagles. Deep serve. Tough play for the setter. Oh, good hit off the deflection. 6-6. And Eagles need to make a run as Whitmore steps out for Deer Park out of the rotation. Parsons gets it to Williams. Big swing. And that goes for Robinson for the kill. Cotton checks in for the first time in the second set. Looking to add on to this 1-point lead. Another high serve. Parsons picks it up. Tight to play at the net. Deer Park have another shot. Blocked out of bounds off the Eagles. 7-7. Williams back over to Robinson. Can't get the slide to go. But just off the touch of the Eagles. 8-7 Deer Park. Williams back over to Morrow. Big swing. Deer are in the net. 8-8. Morrow still serving for the Eagles, or I guess serving. She's first serve. Tough play for Deer. And they don't recover. Point Eagles. Good pickup by Morrow, and then Cotton gets over to Parker, but sends it out of bounds. 9-9, tied up again. Other district action, Summer Creek and Kingwood are both in play tonight in their respective first-round matchups. Williams back over to Parker. And they call 4 hits. Deer Park take the lead, 10-9. Good pick up by Cotton to Williams. Robinson blocked, and Williams can't pick it up. Now it's 11-9. Deer with the lead. Parker setting up with the tip and gets the perfect tip to go for the kill. Alano to serve. Eagles down by 1. Just clips the net. And Deer Park picks it up. And Cotton comes out of nowhere to make sure that ball doesn't hit the ground. This time, the Deer get it in front of the block for the point, 12-10. Big lob serve. Eagles can't do anything. Deer setting up, right side. Williams back to Morrow, big swing, and puts it down. There's just no time for reaction on that hit from Morrow on the back row. 12-11. Eagles down by 1. Anderson checks in for the front row substitution. It was a weird set, but the middle adjusted perfectly to set it or to tip it right where the Eagles weren't. And now back to a 2-point lead for the Deer, 13-11. Parker receives it to Williams. Back to Parker. Big swing. Tips. Tough play at the net. Somehow they get it up and tip it. And Anderson finds the weak spot with the little tip to the back corner. 12-13. Deer Park still with a 1-point lead. Parsons to serve for the Eagles. That's a tough play at the net. I'm not sure why they didn't call her in the net, but Eagles will get a shot here. Williams over to Morrow. Big swing. Boom! Puts it down on the overpass. I couldn't quite tell, but I think all the Deer just kind of scattered to get out of the way of that. 13-13. Oh, net serve by the Eagles. Gives it back to the Deer, 14-13. And Anderson gets it to go down the line. Williams had 3 options, and Deer Park had no idea who she was going to. Perfect. Double contacts. Tip, but Anderson's perfectly placed this time. Back to Morrow. Hits it down off the defender. Another point for the Eagles. And now have a 2-point lead in the second set for the first time. That's a tough play, and they can't do anything with it. And they're going to call Morrow over the net on that attack. And it will be a point for the Deer. Eagles 16-5. That's stays on the Eagles side of the net. 16-16. Williams, perfect set to Robinson, where she could power that down for the kill. That'll put Cotton at the line to serve for Tascasita, up by 1. Dug out by Alano. Williams, Morrow. Little soft hit picked up by Deer Park, and I don't know if they can do anything. They don't. Parsons, Williams, slide. Perfect placement by Robinson. She's on fire. That's going to force a timeout to the Deer. 18-16, Eagles up. All right, back from the timeout after the Eagles have taken a 2-point lead here late in the second set. Cotton still to serve. Sends it deep, but playable. And that's set up nicely. Dunk! Perfect, Williams. Point Eagles. 19-16. Again, Deer Park struggling. Williams. Ugh. Eagles with another shot. Williams. Back to Morrow this time with the kill. Perfect. Eagles really working all sides of the net. Williams, perfect placement, is keeping the Eagles going 20-16. Cotton to serve. Ooh, tough serve. Not handled very well by Deer Park. They just send it over. Alano picks it up and keeps it in play. And Deer can't do anything with it, just free ball it over. Cotton, Williams. Tip, perfect placement. They were on their heels from Morrow powering down that she just caught him off guard with the tip. 21-16 now, largest lead of the second set for the Eagles, 5 points up. Another tough serve. Eagles pick it up. Williams back to Morrow. A perfect hit right in front of the block. Another point. And the Eagles are running away here with the second set, 22-16. And that's barely handled. And Deer Park keep it in play after the good hit. Alano, where she a little miscommunication there for the first time. Gives the ball back over to the Deer. 22-17. Eagles up by 5. Ooh, and that one just dropped for an ace for the Deer. 22-18. That serves in the net. Eagles catch a break, 23-18. Parker checks back in, and Morrow to serve. Eagles needing 2 to close out the second set. And that's sent way out. No touch, point, and set point for the Eagles. Clean receive for the Deer. Set up, tip. Morrow gets it. Williams up to Parker. Gets it right in the middle for the set. Eagles take set 2 and go up 2-0. We're going to go silent for a little bit as they play music between the sets. I'll get copyrighted on YouTube if I don't mute it. We'll see you. All right, here we go. Third set. Eagles looking for a clean sweep. as Williams will serve. And the Deer will get their first point off a tip ball. Eagles look completely different in the first two sets. First set raced off to a good lead and held on. Second set was a little close and then extended their lead late in the second set. Let's see which pattern will show up here in the third set. As Morrow gets it up to Williams. Over to Anderson. Big swing. Blocked out of bounds. Point Eagles. Parsons checks in for the first time in the third set. Big swing, but Williams, perfect defense. Anderson tries to sneak it by Libero on the side, but can't get it to a tip. And that's a block and a tip, and that'll be a point for the Eagles. 2-1 Eagles lead. Parsons still serving. Oh, good pickup by Anderson. Alano back to Morrow. A little too hard, out of bounds. 2-2. The Eagles have been done pretty well, stopping their big hitter, number 11, Whitmore. I guess Deer Park felt like they needed a change at libero and put a new girl in libero jersey. And the Eagles can't recover as Warren's attack was blocks. 3-2, Deer up. Williams pushes it to Morrow. Big swing. Picked up. Awkward hit. And some sloppy play, but the Eagles keep it in play. And this time blocked, but tipped over for the Deer to another. And that's going to be 4 hits. Yep. So Eagles kept it in play long enough for Deer Park to make a mistake. This time Warren's serving. Setting up on the right side. Big hit off of the block. Oh, no. No touch. Out. Looked deflected, but might have been right in front of the ref. I couldn't see it. 4-3 Eagles. Warren still serving. Ooh, tough ball. Deflected. Oh, just late reaction by Warren. Goes off for platform. 4-4. Alano checks back in. Williams back to Anderson. Big swing right down in front of the libero. Perfect placement. 5-4 Eagles. Cotton to serve. First time in third set. With the Eagles up by 1. Looking for more. Tip. Cotton picks it up. Robinson with the assist to Morrow. Great plays by the Eagle to give Morrow a shot to put that ball down. Deer Park tried to go for a dump, but heads-up defense by the Eagles kept it in play. And now up 6-4. Back set. That's tough. Cotton gets it up to Williams. Back over to Morrow. Big swing. Blocked. Out of bounds. Point Eagles 7-4. Oh, almost snuck it in, but picked up by the Deer. Big swing. Parsons, Williams, Morrow. Tip. Almost gets it to go. Oh! Robinson heads up. Smashes it on the overpass. Impressive. 8-4 Eagles. Tough play, but playable. Cotton picks it up, but Eagles are in the nets. Point. Deer, 8-5. Olano gets it up to Williams this time. Robinson sends it deep, but kept in play by the Deer. Little tip. Williams back over to Morrow. Big swing. Picked up by the libero, but a little too much out of play. And Morrow will get the kill on that one. Little soft serve. That's tough play, but soft tip is played by the Eagles. Morrow adjusted, but Deer Park picked it up. Little set. Cotton up to Parker. Off the tip. Oh, little collision on Deer Park, but. And double contact. Point Eagles, 10-5. Blocked by the Eagles, but it falls on our side of the court for a Deer Park point. 10-6. Eagles still up by 4. Big swing by Robinson off the block for the kill. Back to a 5-point lead, 11-6. Eagles. Olano to serve. That's a little too off the net. Williams gets it to Parker with a swing. Blocked. Eagles keep it in play. Warren sends it to the back corner. Another tip, but Morrow's perfectly placed. Williams. Dub! Perfect! Oh! Not perfect enough. Almost need a reset here. Tip. As Williams kind of blocks Cotton from picking that up, but good hustle all around, good rally. 11-7. The Eagles still up by 4. Williams pushes it over to Parker. Big swing right off the defender. Just no time to react. Great velocity. Great placement. Cotton steps off, and Anderson's back in. Williams serving for the Eagles. Big hit, but tip. I'm sorry, big tip. Williams pushes it back to Morrow. Deer Park keep it in play this time. Morrow defends. Oh. Parker able to get a swing on it and find the back line, just inside the back line. Great heads up by Parker on the unconventional pass. 13-7 Eagles. Push, that's tight. Blocked back on the Eagles side, on the Deer Park side, and that's out. Deer Park just not able to kind of put it together there. and they will call a timeout to try to regroup. Now the Eagles have stretched their lead to 7 here midway through the third set as the Eagles look to close out a 3-0 sweep here in the first round of the playoffs. Let's see if I can pick up some other volleyball here from the district. Texan Live is carrying a bunch of games tonight. After the timeout, Eagles serve. Williams serving for the Eagles. Clean serve. Deer Park is trying to set up on the right side, and that's sent far. Williams, Anderson, and that's off the Deer Park block for another point. And that's going to be a double hit, or lift, actually, sorry, on Deer. And the Eagles get another point. 16-7 now, 9-point lead. Quick scoring updates. Dickinson is leading Summer Creek 2-0 in their matchup. Big swing deflected. Morrow picks it up to Williams. Back over to Parker's going to have to tip it. Milano to Williams. Back set to Anderson. Tip. Oh, just right over the net. But Deer Park picks it up. This time Parker with the bigger swing and finds the hole in the back right corner. Double-digit lead now for the Eagles. Williams ran out of steam there. Net serve. Point, Deer Park, 17-8. Parker tips, but doesn't get it over. 17-9. Big swing by Anderson, and it just hits the tape and drops perfectly for a kill. 18-9. Parsons in to serve for Tascasita. Tough play. Eagles can't pick it up off the block. Points. Deer Park. Big swing by Morrow. Blocked by the Deer, but gets another shot. Defended again by the Deer. And that time, Eagle block by Morrow gets the point for the Eagles, 19-10. Big swing, and that finds a spot for the Deer Park Lady Deer points, 19-11. Lano checks back in. Morrow gets it over to Anderson. Good swing, but picked up by the libero for Deer Park. Williams, Morrow, tip. Perfect placement again. She's been hammering it the whole game and has gone to the tips effectively on the last couple balls. 20-11. Cotton checks in. Looking for 5 to go home. Ooh, but good serve pushes them back out of system. Big swing and off of the Eagles. Point Deer Park 20-12. And in Kingwood match, Clear Creek is up 2-0. Third set just underway. Robinson's tip can't go. Cotton, Williams, big swing, blocks. Point Deer Park 20-13. This time Williams over to Morrow. Deflected enough by the Deer Park block to keep it in play. And Eagles can't keep that in play. 20-14. 6-point lead now. What's once a 10-point lead has been cut to 6. Eagles need a side out to keep the Deer from getting back into this. Williams, double contact. 20-15. Odom looks like she's going to call a timeout, but she holds off. 20-15. Going to give the Eagles a chance to. Good hustle. And now she will take the timeout. If the Eagles can hold on here and Summer Creek and Kingwood's results play out, Tassie to be the only one left. Eagles down by 4. I'm sorry, up by 4. Deer Park serving third set. And Eagles can't get that one over. 20-17 now. So timeout didn't get them regrouped. They just need to play their game. And that's out. 21-17. Parker checks back in to give Williams another attacking option. That drops, but Deer Park picks it up. It can't do anything with it. Eagles with a chance. Williams can't get set up. This time Parker with a swing, but Deer Park defends. Big hit, but Morrow's perfect placement. Tip is all that Robinson could really do with it. And that hits the rod. Point Eagles, 22-17. Oh, that serve just dropped. Milano there to get the dump. Back to Parker. Big swing tipped off the block. And that's tip, but Cotton's there. Williams, Morrow. And that's out. Just
Got a tip!
Did he call tip? He didn't. Look like the line judge called a tip, but they didn't really pick up on it. 22-18 Eagles. Parker with the swing, but Libero picks it up. No can do for Deer. Robinson can't go. Deer Park, big swing, blocked. Pushed over, tipped. Good heads up, but Eagles couldn't get it back over. 22-19. Intensity level is picking up a little bit with such a close third set. And Parker hits that one out. 22-20. Timeout, Eagles. Deer Park with a valiant comeback, still serving after the timeout. See if the Eagles can break the serve and put it away. Big serve, but Morrow gets it to Williams, Parker. And that's not going to be denied. Just what the Eagles needed coming out of that timeout. Parker puts it down, 23-20, Alana to the service line. Deer Park will take a timeout. Deer Park, big set, but Morrow is perfectly placed. Let's get it back to Parker, but picked up, and they can't handle it, and that's going to set up the set and match point for the Eagles on the great effort by the Eagles. Milano to serve. Quick. Just awkward deflections for the Eagles. Can't handle it. Still match points. But they need 3 points in a row to keep this from ending. Williams. Morrow tips, but played by the Deer. Big swing. Cotton digs, but it goes over the net. And they can't do anything with it. It looked like it was going to go bounds, but Lano saved it. Parker. And that's a good hit, but looks like Deer are going to keep it in play. Eagles with the shot. Warren puts it down for the win. Great patience by the Eagles. And the Eagles complete the 3-0 sweep in the first round of the playoffs. And the Eagles put it together and avenge last year's loss in 3 sets. And will face the winner of Ridge Point and Pearland Dawson sometime later this week. Thanks for joining in. Exciting game. The Eagles win 3-0. Having a good time. We'll see you next time.
A.m.
Yeah.
He started around.
Yeah, I was late.
He finished at, they had him dancing like at 2:30 in the morning. Kamala and Jill were probably sleeping.
Oh, she was mad at hers. Like, she talked for
I heard she wouldn't come out. I heard she wouldn't come out because she got word that they were done. But I mean, I still don't like all the stuff I'm saying. It's kind of like you just ignore it for a little bit. Because of New York and New Jersey ones, or even if it's close. I guess if it's smart.